Welcome to the Her Story Circle podcast, the podcast that brings you the extraordinary tales of everyday women who are changing the world. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and I'd like to acknowledge traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. I also like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging. Every week, we dive into the lives, challenges, and triumphs of women from all four corners of the globe. We're here to inspire, enlighten, and connect, sharing stories that uplift and empower. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and join us as we explore the incredible journeys of women shaping our future. This is Her Story, where every woman's voice matters. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Her Story Circle. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today I am graced with the presence of yet another amazing woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, and share your story with us today.
Good morning. My name is Robin Barber. I am the founder of the Baby Fairy Shoppe. I grew up with a family of 5 siblings. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers, and I'm in the middle. And my passion was always growing up was sewing and learning that from my grandmother. I always wanted to be a nurse. But I just decided that after a few years into nursing, I just wanted to be an entrepreneur, to be able to give back to the world my love that I love giving. So my love was to give, and that's why I chose nursing at that point. But at this point, I just decided it was better just to go this route. Had a growing family. I have 1 child myself with a husband that I've been with for over 40 years. We've been married 35, and we have 1 child and 1 grandchild. So I'm glad to be here to tell you my story and to tell you all about the business that I'm growing now. So that's where I am right now. So everything growing up here now in Cleveland, Ohio, with my husband now. My son is off with his family and working on my business, the Baby Fairy Shoppe, which is a wonderful gift-giving service that allows you to send anonymous gifts or not. It's your choice. But I love the anonymous part of it. And the reason that I started this business was because I had a wonderful friend that had a hard time with getting pregnant with infertility for years. And then they finally got pregnant. So we decided that we wanted to do something very special for them. So we created the Baby Fairy. And she loved it so much, we decided, why not try this? And let's celebrate every pregnant women out there, no matter what they're going through. Pregnancy always can be a challenge. So why not celebrate them with a beautiful package that comes to their house either every 2 to 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how many items you choose. But so it's just a wonderful, wonderful way to celebrate the upcoming birth of a baby and for the mom. We have several packages. It's just a great way to do that. So I can't wait to share everything about it. It's just a wonderful way to celebrate moms to be. I've created it myself. I was a founder of it. And it's just a wonderful way to celebrate the moms, the babies, the families, everything. So it's just a great opportunity. Again, it's called the Baby Fairy Shoppe, and shop is spelled SHOPPE. So it's just a little different because we're so unique in different ways of the way that I created it. I wanted it to be different and special just because it's just a wonderful way of creating some love, spreading love for sure out there, and enjoying seeing their smiles, letting them know. And the testimonials I've received are just wonderful. It's just a great way to celebrate the upcoming birth of a baby. My girlfriend just loved it so much.
Robin, what a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your grandmother and the inspiration that she infused in you to go down this road.
Yes, my grandmother was definitely my biggest influencer. Growing up, she was always a seamstress for 50 years. She taught all of us how to sew. I was the one that really took to it. So I just enjoyed doing that. I do have some homemade stuff that's in um, my packages and in my shop. And every time I'm making them, it just reminds me of her teaching me. She was just a great wonder. She was an entrepreneur for over 50 years, so she was just an inspiration.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
Now, let's unpack what the Baby Fairy Shop does for expecting mothers.
sure.
How does it make mothers feel while they're going through their pregnancies?
So what it is you come to my website. If you're a grandmother or an aunt or um, an uncle or a dad, you come to the website and you choose the items, and then they are either you choose your choice of doing it anonymously, or you can choose not to. But the anonymous part of it is they get a package with a little onesie or whatever they choose to pick, and then there's a little card in there that says that they have a special person that's thinking of them and wanting them to know that they're not alone in this package. So then they get one every 3 to 4 weeks, and it's just a great way to show them that they're not alone in this pregnancy, and that somebody can. It's a great way of showing your love for them.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Every expectant mom can look forward to something like this. So, what are
Yes.
some of the most touching reactions or testimonials that you've received from gift recipients, especially from your friend who inspired you to start this?
Yeah, she was so inspired. She really inspired me truly to start my business, just because she loved it so much when we were sending her little gifts. She had no idea who it was, and she just was her biggest inspiration. She cries still today. We talked about it just the other day, and just knowing that somebody was out there for her, and that was her biggest thing, is just loving the little notes and the little packages that she received. So every little note that I received from people that have received them, saying that they were um, their best friend, they did this for their best friend, or it was a bunch of coworkers that got together and did it for their coworker, which that was such a great idea too. The best one that I had was a grandfather, and that he did it for his daughter, and it was just it made me tear up every time I wrote the little note for her to reveal her himself. But it was just its inspiration to me that there men can do this too. So
Mhm. That is so beautiful.
thank you.
Now, I know that for men, this would make it so much easier for them to find something
Yeah.
that's meaningful for a pregnant woman too, right? You've really made it easy for men to be
Yes,
able
it's
to give.
Yes, it's very simple. You just come to the website, you purchase what you like, and then I do the rest. So it's just ordering just like one package or just a couple packages. I do have some bundles that are already put together that you can purchase those, and then I just send them out all individually throughout their pregnancy. So you have nothing to do other than shop.
Now, you mentioned your mission is rooted in love and hope. How do these values show up in your day-to-day work?
I love every day waking up knowing that I'm going to put a smile on somebody's face. It just puts a smile on my face as well. So when I'm sitting here wrapping these gifts and sending these packages to an individual that I know that maybe today is a bad day, or maybe, when she receives this gift, she's having a struggle a day, and knowing that it's going to put a smile on her face, that's what makes me continue to strive for this business to continue to thrive, because I know that the world needs that right now, and all
Mm.
pregnant women need a little smile every once in a while.
Oh, that's so nice.
Mhm.
Now, what has been the biggest challenges that you faced in starting this business, and
Um,
how did you overcome them?
Well, the biggest challenge is really getting the word out there and networking and trying to, and financially a little bit. As always, we all know that the finances can be a little bit tough. But you know what? I know that my goal is, because I love this so much and it's my passion. I just, like I said, I wake up every morning, just continue to keep fighting for it, and knowing that it will be there. I mean, it's something that we love, and I love to do it. So I know it's worth everything that we continue to do.
Yeah. So what has perseverance played in growing your brand, especially during its early years? How long has the business been going?
I was in business. We started in 2020, and I started with a partner. And Unfortunately, he ended up getting sick, so he had to leave the business in 2021. So then I rebranded in 2022 by myself. So I've been doing this all on my own since 2022. I did work a full-time job. I just recently left my job, was released from my job 2 weeks ago. So I believe that that was a light, and I believe that that was a purpose that happened, so I can focus 100% on my business and really make it thrive. So it has been a little bit of a struggle being by myself with a full-time job, but now I have time. And like I keep saying, is my husband gave me 2 months and he says, let's make this work. So that's what we're doing. So
Oh, I love it. And you started during the pandemic, which is interesting.
yeah, right.
Was
It
there,
was is April of 2020 we started. Yeah.
were there any logistical issues in distribution and stuff like that when you started?
Not really at that point. We just kept going and just trying to thrive because it was an online business. I
Yeah.
think that's what the biggest that helped us, knowing that it was an online business. So we just continued to fight through it, and came out on the other end, and we're still working at it. So
Yeah. Now, why do you believe anonymous gift giving can have such a powerful emotional impact on moms to be?
well, the reason that I felt that it was anonymous, and we did that with our friend also, is
Mm,
because it's such a special, just knowing that somebody out there is thinking of them, and
mm,
knowing that maybe it could be my mom, it could be my sister, it could be my friend, it could be my coworker, and it's just like a guessing game, but it's excitement, and an experience of knowing, and then questioning, oh my gosh, and then finding out at the end, oh my gosh, it was my grandmother, or it was my mom, or it was my friend. It's just a wonderful, just a fun express, knowing that somebody loves them, and they don't know who it is. So
yeah. So, of all of your curated packages, what can somebody expect in that surprise? What would you normally put in the pre-packed
sure.
packages?
Well, you can choose your own items. You can choose individual items, and or I have them bundled together. But there's pacifiers as blankets. There's onesies, cute little onesies. There's teethers. I make burp cloths myself. I have the personal handmade burp cloths. I have tag blankets that we make. So there's a little bit of everything that somebody would definitely need. There's definitely some things for moms. I have creams, I have lotions, some eye pads that I make for the moms for like when they're tired or they just need a little lavender smell to, lay back and enjoy that. So yeah, it's just a lot of you name it, I have it. So I have quite a few stuff.
So, how do you manage both the emotional and business sides of your work, especially when it's so personal?
Just knowing that I know that it's heartfelt, it's emotional, but I know that it's helping somebody. So that's what helps me a lot, knowing that it's like giving some love to somebody else.
It's making so much of a difference.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of business, what advice would you give other women who are wanting to build a business that's rooted in kindness and service?
Continue to follow your heart. Just go out there and really just never give up. Never give up. Even that can be struggles. There's ups and downs in business always. Starting a business yourself is very hard, But you know what? Just continue to keep following your dream.
And have you thought about ideas of maybe having a nonprofit attached to your business, especially for those moms who don't have anyone who's looking out for them, single moms especially?
I I do that during the holidays. I donate my tag blankets and my burp cloths to some nonprofit organizations locally here. During the holiday, I gift a one pregnant woman in one of our pregnancy homes here locally. So I always try to give back and get them involved in our organization as well. I always have done that. It's just something that makes my heart happy, knowing that I'm helping the little babies out there that don't have a mom or something like that, or these pregnant women that don't have a family. So yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hmm.
Now, for those women like you who are in transition, maybe being laid off as well, I know there's a lot going on in the US right now.
Yeah.
How did your background or previous career influence how you run the Baby Fairy Shop today? What were you doing, and were you able to transfer some of those skills into the current business?
Yes, I was working in the accounting department for a company, and that really helped me with my financial part of it. I That wasn't my goal, but I've been with the company for 15 years, and just decided, that really helped me to help me with the financial part of also the inventory, everything, trying with the numbers and trying to do that. So yeah, it really transitioned easily. I was very easily transitioned. So organization for sure. You got to be organized.
So, what do you believe is missing in how society is currently supporting expectant moms? And how are you particularly filling that gap?
Well, I just want to spread love as much as I can, put smiles on their face. And I know that, the society tries to do as much as they can. But unfortunately, the world we do have a lot of, unscaled, terrible times that sometimes, and there's so many women out there that need this. They're alone. They're in a difficult relationship, but it's just a great way to, I know that I want to continue to have every woman out there that's expecting to have the experience with a baby fairy. It just
Mm.
would make my heart so happy.
So, how do you stay motivated and connected to your why on days when entrepreneurship feels tough?
Just knowing that I'm going to smile on somebody's face. And that's what continues to keep going, making me keep going, is looking at my packages and looking at my inventory and knowing that I want this to grow as much as I can. It just makes me happy that I want to just continue to do that.
Mm. And have you seen a shift in how people view emotional, thoughtful gift giving since you started the business?
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm sorry.
So, have you seen a shift in how people view emotional, thoughtful gift giving since you started the business?
Yeah, there's been definitely an increase for sure, and a decrease. It's a valley, up and down, up and down. It all depends on the way that the world is going. Right now, it's a little bit of a slow time, but I think the first quarter of 2025 was slow for a lot of people. But I am seeing a little bit of an increase now. So yeah.
So, how do you envisage the Baby Fairy Shop growing in the next, say, 3 to 5 years? Are there any surprises coming up?
Well, I just continue to keep throwing everything that I can into it. I have tried to um, do specials and different things like that. So I just try to continue to let it grow and see that as much as I can to keep seeing it growing up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you could deliver one message to every expecting mother in the world, what would that be, especially with Mother's Day coming up?
I would love for, I'm sorry, could you please repeat that one more time? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Okay, so if you could deliver one message to every expecting mother in the world, what would that be? Especially with Mother's Day coming up.
I would love for them to come and experience the baby fairy. I do have a special going on right now for them for Mother's Day, for the whole month of May for because of Mother's Day. So I would love for them to come and check us out and become a baby fairy. Just experience it one time. It's a wonderful way to celebrate and let them know that they're loved and seen.
Yeah, and I love the baby fairy versus the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
Just knowing that there is a fairy out there that's delivering all of these beautiful gifts to all these amazing women.
Yes.
That's just incredible.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
I like to take women back to the beginning of their journeys. If I could teleport you into the past to go and meet the younger you, the woman who in 2020 decided to go into business, hit on a brilliant idea, and plucked up the courage to do it. If I could take you back to the younger you and you could go back and give her some advice based on what life has taught you up until this point, what are your three nuggets of wisdom to anyone out there?
Continue to follow your dream. I always was always a giver. I wanted to give, give, give. So continue to give and follow your dream. Follow your dream. My
And the third one?
my third one is never give up. I mean, I'm older. And you follow your dream because that's what you wanted to do. And everybody says, oh, you're, this and this. But you know what? Your age is just a number. So you know what? Just can continue to keep going no matter what age you are.
And tell us about your husband and the support, the psychological support that he has given you. Because, a lot of women have dreams, they have visions to do something with their lives. But if they don't have that support at home, it can be challenging.
Yes.
What is your relationship like with your husband?
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Yes, my husband has been a very supportive in this whole situation because we started this with our friends because they were our friends together. So we did it, we created it together. So then when I came to him and with my vision of becoming the Baby Fairy Shoppe and my vision of starting this business, he was very supportive of me. And again, me now losing my job, he's like, okay, Rob, let's do this. And let's give it two or 3 months and let's see if it really grows. And then let's just continue to grow. So he's very supportive and always been right there by my side, willing to and cheering me on. He was an entrepreneur himself years ago. And so he knows what the ups and downs is. So he's always there to help me. So yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And
Thank you.
especially if he has been an entrepreneur, because it's difficult if somebody hasn't.
Right.
And has been in a corporate job most of their lives to understand that it's cyclical. Business has got its ups, it's got its downs.
Absolutely.
And I take it your grandmother is still alive? Is she
No,
alive?
she's gone. She's gone. She's been gone for a little while, but yeah. But she's sitting on my shoulder every night, every day when I'm sitting there sewing my burp cloths or my tag blankets. She's sitting there saying, "Go, Robin, go, Robin." So
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. Grandmothers have got a very big influence on us.
Absolutely. She was the best. I miss her dearly, but I know she's with me all the time.
And what about your children? What was their reaction when mom went into business?
I have one child and he was very supportive. He's also helped me several times with some of my spreadsheets and things that I needed help with. So he's always been right there, very helpful. Yes.
That
He was
is
excited.
beautiful.
I'm like, he's like, come on, you go, mom, you go, mom. So,
I love that. And now, if I can teleport you into the future, this is a futuristic question,
mhm.
and we are going to go and sit with the 90-year-old you, this amazing woman who built a global brand. I mean, now people in Australia know about you, and it's going to go to so many other places. If I could teleport you to go and have a conversation with a 90-year-old you, and she is sitting in her rocking chair, or maybe she's on a dance floor with science and technology, you'll probably be dancing somewhere.
Who
We
knows?
could,
Let's hope so, right?
if we could go and meet the older you and have a conversation with her, what would you say to her when you finally meet her? And I want to explain to you why I love to ask women this question, Robin. A lot of women don't realize that the wise woman is already in us. She is that quiet voice that tells us, say yes, go left, go right, take up this challenge, do it, start a business. But as women, we second guess ourselves, we
Mhm.
doubt
Absolutely.
ourselves.
Mhm.
We think, I don't have the money, I don't have the skills, I don't have the time. And we kill our own dreams before we start.
Right.
And yet, if you have something burning in your heart, that desire to do something, it actually means you were born with everything you need to create that thing.
Right.
So we all look outside of ourselves for answers and we don't go within to listen to that little quiet voice, those whispers that motivate you to stay on track. Now, you're going to go and meet this wise woman because this is a global brand. It's going to go all over the world. It's going to succeed. What will
Thank
you
you.
say to your wise woman when you finally meet her?
I would probably say thank you for continuing to go for your dream, continuing because I had those little things in my ear saying, you're not good enough, you can't do this. But I continued and I'm continuing to do that. So I would say thank you for following your dream and just continuing to making this a beautiful thing. And I hope it continues. I hope my son will take it over and, or somebody takes it over and continues this beautiful thing that I've created.
Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, this is the thing about life, right? We have to step into our dreams. And if you believe it, you can create it.
Absolutely.
It's when you start to second guess yourself, that's where the trouble lies.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I've done that several times, but I continue to keep going because I know in my heart that this is needed and wanted out there.
And what about your friends and colleagues at work? Did you get a lot of support from them, or did you have some people thinking you're crazy to go ahead and do this business?
I've had a few people that thought I was crazy for sure, but I have a wonderful support group on my family and friends for sure. My sisters and brothers and my girlfriends, yes, they've all been very supportive. I have a few that were like thinking I was a little crazy, but they see me now and they see me thriving and they know that this is my dream. So I'm like, I did it. I'm doing it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, and they say that everything you want is on the other side of fear. So fear
absolutely.
is really something that holds women back, right?
Yes, I agree.
So
Hmm.
what did you do when you started to second guess yourself and doubt that this was going to work?
I'd have a conversation with God and I'd have a conversation with my husband or I'd have a conversation with whoever would listen to me and or
Mm,
myself. I'd just sit back and say, "Hey, you started this. Let's go. We can do this." Or I've had coaches that I've had several coaches saying, "Hey, Robin, this is a beautiful thing. You can do
mm,
this. Just continue to keep throw that fear away."
mm.
So,
Yeah, I have a game that I play
oh,
where I play with the energy of who I am becoming.
Okay.
So I go into my meditation and prayer sometimes, especially when I get stuck, and I will go to sleep with a question like, what is the next step? What am I supposed to do now? Because
Right.
I believe I have all the answers to everything I'm creating.
Yeah.
And then I will wake up in the morning and I have those light bulb moments. I'm in the shower and it just drops into my mind exactly what the next step is. Or I talk to people, I share what I'm working on, and then somebody will say something and another person will say something. And by the end of the day, it's like a jigsaw puzzle that's come together with all of these answers.
Right.
Thank
Absolutely.
you for listening to Your Wise Woman, Robin, and good luck with this exciting project
Thank you
and the
very much.
joy and the love that you bring to expectant moms. This is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much, Gertrude.
And thank you to everybody who tuned in today. The Her Story Circle is not just a podcast. We're a social impact movement that brings you the stories and voices of women from all over the world. We share our stories to uplift you, to inspire you, to energize you, but most importantly, to empower you, to take you from where you are now to where you're trying to go. So if you are a woman with a business idea, here is an example of what's possible. And for those expecting moms out there and people who know expecting mothers, now you know where to go when you are looking to get a gift that makes a difference.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Robin. And
Thank you.
thanks to everybody who was listening in.
Thank you.
Bye for now, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Her Story Circle podcast. I hope today's story has inspired you to believe in the power of our stories and the difference you can make in the world when you use your voice. I'm Gertrude Mache, and it's been an honor to share this space with you, where voices from all walks of life come together to weave a rich tapestry of diverse perspectives. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us share these stories with more listeners. Follow us on social media by looking for the Her Story Circle podcast for more updates. And join us tomorrow for another episode filled with courage, resilience, and empowerment. Remember, your story matters, and together we're building a stronger, more inclusive world. Until next time, keep making her story.